Hey there. Here we are. It's Monday after race day. Things went well, I guess, for me. My first one, we finished 2:21:12, which I was training for 2:20 and hit right about there. Um, First, we'll talk about the race experience for me, and then we'll talk about the race experience for others. The I had a pretty good run. As far as my training runs have been slightly fast, like 5 minutes. It's not significant over 13 miles. Um, my two biggest problems were water and the crowd. That I my runs I trained alone every time. I wasn't running alongside anybody. And I saw people on my runs, but I didn't ever have to weave. And there was a crowd the whole way. I guess this is a big race. Yeah, I wouldn't know any. I wouldn't know any different. Um, anyway, so the other thing was, normally I carry my own water. Excuse me, sorry, the allergies are getting me. Normally I carry my own water, but I figured I'd go a little lighter, um, and being beholden to their water schedule was to their water placement. Not only was that not ideal, but I had trouble at a couple of water stations. I got to right about the halfway point. There was a water station. They had plenty of cups out, but no water in any of them. So I got hung up for a good 45 seconds there, and that took me from being about a minute and a half ahead of schedule um, to starting to fall a little behind. I was actually with the 2:15 pacer for about 7 miles, but I started to lose her about that halfway point. And then 9.5, they were out of water by the time I got there. They were just handing out ice. Some people were just standing there with bags of ice for you to stick your hand in, and then they were handing out little plastic cups of ice. So I carried that little plastic cup half full of ice for a half mile just to let it melt a little and get some water in me. Made it hard to swallow my salt capsule too. um, but so lesson learned. Next time I will just bite the bullet and carry the water. Um, at least if there if there's next time, we'll talk about that too. Um, for others, I guess I don't know. They shut down the race about 9:45. They said they made the call. If you they diverted runners back to the start. A lot of people didn't finish the marathon. That means because um, I finished about 9:50 a.m. and the we split with the marathoners at 11 and a half miles or so. So um, yeah, apparently they weren't expecting the heat and humidity. Uh, I ran into it all summer, so I guess I just didn't feel it. My friend Kelly, who came down from Syracuse, said she didn't think it was so bad. Um, but they did what they had to do. We lost a runner. A 35-year-old died on the course. That's not unusual for a big event, I don't think. Sometimes you can blame it on the heat if you want, but a lot of times that's crappy diet, poor training. Maybe he was out partying the night before. I don't know. I don't want to make that assumption, but just for whatever reason, that happens a lot at races. People are a little unprepared, or there might be some underlying medical condition that he didn't know about or didn't think about, um, and so sad to see that happen. But I did see a bunch of runners down. Saw three people in ambulances between miles 11 and 12. So it was I guess tough for some people. Good story that came out of it. You might have seen this on Facebook already because apparently this is making the rounds. But a local guy fell just right before the finish, like 200 yards before the finish. Um, split his nose open and he wanted to finish, man. That was what he was doing. So a 27-year veteran of the police force. Picked him up, his arm around him, and jogged with him across the line. And then they had an EMT on a bike behind him, so they got him fixed up right away. Other than that, I thought the race was organized great. And I'd do another one. I really like the distance, and I'll keep doing 2 or 3, maybe 4 long runs a month. But I'm gonna, the event part of it was not, man. Just it was a lot of people, a huge crowd, and afterwards, like, we didn't grab our free beer. We just, we got done, and there were 50 people in the line for Mich Ultra. We went over to the distillery, which is one of our local favorites. They've got a good craft beer list, and we went and enjoyed some lunch there instead. But other than that, it was a fun event overall. We'll think about doing others, and I don't know. We'll catch you on down the line. Future of this running diary. I don't know how many videos we're going to do. We are going to shoot for, this will come out in the New Year's Eve post that I do every year, the New Year's post I do every year. We're going to shoot for 1,000 miles next year, so we'll at least maintain a weekly post with how we're doing, and not much else to talk about, I don't think. Thanks for hanging with me. We've been training for a while. We're 6 months of these, and before that, it was a couple of months in the gym, just getting strong enough to get a base in. And I don't know. Maybe we'll plan for this to be an event every year. We'll see. Anyway, thank you, and we will catch you later. Bye bye.